the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers.
Oh,
is it losers or losing?
I think it's losing.
I don't know. Anytime, no time for either.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter because we're champions, so.
We didn't really know how to start this episode because this is our first episode ever being a champion.
Yeah, exactly. This is our first episode of Super Bowl champions. And actually, speaking of that, we are now referred to as the reigning Super Bowl champions going into next year. So nobody can talk anything to us. The summer,
oh my God,
fall, winter next year through the next season. Like, I don't want to hear it. Until next year, February 14th, when there's another Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was going to say, or when we get kicked out, but I feel as though we could run it back. Too soon?
I feel like we could run it back.
Nothing's too soon for us.
No, and at this point, the way that this podcast is going and what we've been saying, fuck it. I think we should start now, and we should
100%. I was gonna say there's nothing too soon for the Seahawks and just like you and I in general. We might as well
just start talking about the 2027
Super Bowl champions.
I just have to say apologies to everybody. It sounds like I've been smoking packs of Marlboro.
And I can confirm that you did not.
No, yeah. Contrary to popular belief, I was not doing such a thing. This is just a result of my team being in the Super Bowl.
Winning
the Super Bowl. And, my voice is shot. So I'm going to try my best.
Thanks for being here today, Ari.
This.
You know, it's a quite busy week because your Seattle Seahawks are the 2026 Super Bowl champions.
It's insane. It just feels surreal. It felt surreal going into the game, like even just being in the Super Bowl. And now, obviously, winning it, it just feels surreal. I'm like, wait, what?
Dude, it still feels like that. Like today, I'm like, wow, everyone's like talking about us a lot.
Well, no, it's funny because it's like you watch all the Sports Center shows now and you're like, oh, so now you guys know where Seattle is on the map.
You're like, what's that little thing called the Pacific Northwest?
Yeah, they're saying, oh, Sam Darnold's an elite QB. Our defense is the best. This was the best team ever in NFL history, most complete team, all this stuff. And I'm like, you guys do know that it took us like 20-some weeks to get here. Like, this has been going on.
We were trying to tell you guys this for 20-something
And nobody wanted to listen to us.
Other than our followers. Thanks, guys.
Really special, though. The Seattle Seahawks finished what the Mariners started. I don't think ever, I know in our lifetime, that we have got to experience the Mariners taking us into football season.
Yes.
And the Seattle Seahawks now taking us into baseball season. For those who don't know, spring training is about
next
to
week.
Get rocking and rolling. So here we come, baseball season.
I can't even.
Thank you to the Seahawks for finishing what the Mariners started.
Wow.
Iconic. Amazing.
No, seriously. Like, I haven't had to even worry about a different kind of social life because Seattle sports are my social life.
Yeah, they have kept us booked and busy. That is for sure. And broke. And broke, I must add.
All this manifesting that we have done, we didn't start a second bank account, which is really, throwing things off.
Super dumb.
This episode, we're going to run through, obviously, the iconic Super Bowl performance by the Seattle Seahawks, Ari and I's trip down to San Francisco and Santa Clara. And Santa Clara for all the festivities. The Bad Bunny halftime performance.
10 out of 10, no notes.
The show. The Seahawks offense, defense, special teams. Mike McDonald and the success. Literally, the president, the mayor.
Literally.
And then a little crossover with the Seattle Mariners and Seahawks and what to look forward for next season with the Seahawks. Finishing off with a recap of our Super Bowl bets. Just dawned on me.
Yeah.
We didn't have many.
Yeah.
We were close.
Yeah. You said bets, and so I'm just fucking pissed off that I never placed a bet.
Oh
Still.
yeah, no, sorry.
Now I'm mad all over
We don't want to
again.
get her thinking about that because it's just, if we would have put $10 on the Seahawks last year.
Like,
We did all this manifesting, but we didn't put money down.
I know. That's how you know we're true, genuine, wholehearted manifestors just for our teams. There's no profit to be made. We're basically we're charitable, okay? We are nonprofit.
Oh my god.
Just good, true people who manifest things.
Not to be confused with Shaking Up the Game is not a nonprofit. Just
Oh,
want
no,
to make
no,
that
no,
clear.
no, just us as individuals. Like, we did not manifest for profit. We just manifested because we want the city to win.
Yeah. So Ari's having to do this episode with a hoarse voice because we got home from Santa Clara late last night, Monday night.
Yeah.
And obviously recording the episode here Tuesday before we attend the Seahawks trophy celebration
And the parade.
on Wednesday. The Seahawks are keeping us booked and busy.
There's a parade in my city.
We love a parade.
We love a parade.
We love
and
a banner.
And a banner.
Do they have that banner ready or do we have to wait till next season?
I don't know when they do that.
I think it's like the first game of the next year.
Maybe.
Remember, because we were talking about this with the Eagles and how they did it the next year.
Oh, right.
Remember Nick Sirianni did something like psycho with that because he was like,
Yep,
this
that was last year.
This is a new year. And we were saying that it would make more sense to do it at the end of the run because it would be those same players. And when you start the next season, it's not all the same team.
Yeah, I do remember talking about that.
And now we're in this situation.
Who do we talk to?
I don't know.
Like
the
Jody
Seahawks
Allen's smart, though.
Yeah, I was going to say the Seahawks are so progressive that they've probably thought about this. Mike McDonald's so locked in.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure.
Anyways, Ari and I drove down to San Francisco. Thanks, everyone, for sending your questions, keeping us entertained on the way there.
Yeah, I was about 13 hours there, 13 hours back.
Yeah.
Give or take. It was fun. I drove about halfway. My boyfriend drove the other half. Going down there, of course, was a lot more enjoyable.
Because we're like...
But it was really pretty. If you guys have not driven the West Coast down to California, it's gorgeous. Going through, obviously, Washington, but Oregon and Northern California. So it was pleasant. Mm-hmm. It was fun. It was a memory that we will have forever.
Good weather.
Great weather, yeah. Mm-hmm. It was fun.
Yeah, totally. Very thankful. I was backseat princess.
She was, yeah.
Just
No, it was good. It was really, really fun and special to see like other 12s on the road.
Totally.
Going there and back. It was just like sweet. Like we're really all doing
my
this.
job was literally putting my flag out the window.
Yes.
And holding on for dear life.
Yeah, she didn't sit back there and just do absolutely nothing.
No.
She was important as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I would be driving and I would see like something of blue or like a flag or like a sticker or a plate or just something like that would maybe identify them as a Seahawks fan. And I'd be like, Haley, get your flag out.
I'm like, roger that.
I'm like, we're coming up on one.
We're going like 75. I'm like, holding this flag out the window. It's like,
yeah, like the flag is hanging on for dear life. It's got holes and rips and everything.
Dude, durable ass flag.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, and also, mind you, that it's like those little small flags.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's not like a big one.
This is not a house flag.
No.
It was really fun, though, to be down in San Francisco. We did a lot the 2 days leading up to, but a couple nights leading up to the game at local bars. We found a lot of Seahawks fans.
Yeah.
We did some, interviews. The NFL just had a lot of things going on around the city.
Yeah.
Not just in Santa Clara or San Jose. So we saw all that around San Francisco, which was really fun. We met Claire Kittle.
Oh, yes.
George Kittle's wife, which was cute fun.
She was so nice.
She was like, even though we were Seahawks fans.
Obviously dressed up in Seahawks. And I even told her, I was like, I know we're division rivals, but I need you to know that you are a queen and that Seattle Loki actually loves you.
She understood it.
She did. She was super sweet.
So the
really
city
nice.
did great with having a lot of things going on around there. And then the day of the game, we went down to Levi Stadium and watched at a Seahawks hosted party at a bar next to Levi Stadium.
You mean Lumen South?
next to Lumen South, which was really freaking cool. There was a million Seahawks fans. It was just fun to watch the game there. We were so close. You could see the fireworks. You could see the flyover. Obviously, we wish we were at the game, but, next year.
Yeah. Yeah, next year, because it will be at Lumen South down at SoFi. I don't think we'll drive this time.
No.
We'll fly.
No,
We'll be flying for that one. But yeah, it was really fun. I don't know what it is about being with like other fans in another city. Just kind of feels like extra special. Obviously, not gonna lie, we did have a little FOMO seeing Occidental and all the streets back at home like go crazy after we won. It looked amazing. But it was like really just fun to be with like other 12s that are in Seattle, live in Seattle, or maybe they live in California, and just being all at one place for the same reason, cheering on our team, not like outside of Seattle.
Totally.
It was super cool. It was a lot of fun. We met a lot of people, made new friends.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, it was awesome.
A few shakers.
Yeah.
That recognized us and were like, the girlies are in Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Like, we're everywhere. Our favorite was someone at FanFest last week and was like, weren't you guys just at FanFest last weekend? And now you're like in Santa Clara. I'm
like we said, these teams keep us booked and busy. So yes, that was us, and here we are. But yeah, no,
Super Bowl
fun.
60 halftime show was performed by Bad Bunny, also known as the Benito Bowl.
Yeah, stunning. 128.2 million viewers, which the game itself had 124.9 million. So it actually surpassed the game by a little bit. But you know what? I'm not offended. I'm glad that so many people tuned in.
Yeah.
I thought it was truly one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Yeah, great storytelling.
Yeah. Obviously, well, I had to rewatch it again today. I had to turn off all my lights in my living room and actually really
full concert.
Immerse myself. Yeah.
Which is totally what we understandable.
Typically do at a Super Bowl watch party, but of course we're at the bar with all the 12s and that wasn't really the
crazy.
thing.
Yeah.
The thing. Couldn't turn the lights off outside. But tons of Easter eggs throughout the show. Just want to go through a couple because I think it's important that everybody knows these things. I mean, we can both agree that it was such a beautiful display of unity, which I think this country needs right now. And it was beautiful. It was gorgeous. The sugarcane fields that were shown on the field, which Haley...
I don't know why you think I'm such a hater. I just didn't want to have a full conversation about it in an hour.
Okay, we were mind blown finding out that the grass... We're people.
Yeah.
We're people dressed up as grass.
Yeah, they found a way into the game.
Yeah, so funny because I remember actually before the show, months ago, people were talking about how there was weird height requirements and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
For being, backbenchers
being the grass.
Stuff. But then when it came out, everyone was like, oh, well, that makes sense. There was one guy at one point that was popping out of the grass.
I'm dead.
I just think it's so funny, but...
very innovative way to get the people on and off the...
Genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first thought. Is just how quick it is to...
Yeah.
Because you can't mess up the turf.
Yep.
It's just way... And I bet that's also a way to maybe maximize your viewing a lot of time.
Yeah.
Or performing.
Yeah.
So, anyways... But those sugarcane fields was once Puerto Rico's cash crop and a source of rampant labor exploitation. So the fact that he used all of the sugarcane fields, aka the bushes and the grasses and everything, the entire set really just showed off the joys of Puerto Rico as he is going through. Coco Frio, tacos, boxers, sparring, older gentlemen playing dominoes, woman at a nail salon. That building was a La Casita, which is just a replica of a traditional Puerto Rican home. I thought the sets were really, really beautiful. I thought it was all just so cool. Yeah. Visually appealing as well. Shout out to Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin.
And we know...
Hasn't aged a day.
No.
Yeah.
What is his secret?
I don't know. I need it.
And it's so funny because when we were watching, we were all like, is that Ricky Martin?
Yeah, we were shocked.
I saw the meme a day later and I was like, if you were going oh my God, is that Ricky Martin? You qualify for AARP. And I was like, yo.
Damn.
That sucks.
Damn.
But he did sing a 2025 song warning about modern day colonialism. Also including him was like a sharp nod to how Puerto Rico has long been interwoven into American music, which I think was cool. Also another spot where Bad Bunny was doing his set and he was like on those like telephone poles. He was singing Al Apagon. Apologies if I mispronounce these. But that also means the blackout, which he was alluding to when Puerto Rico was without power for 6 months after, I think, Hurricane Maria in 2017, and they had like no government assistance. And so doing that song with the set of like telephone poles, I thought was like a genius, sly little nod to that. And then they ended the show with God Bless America and listed all the countries that make up, South America, Central, North America, flags everywhere, the football, it said, together we are America. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
No notes. It was
notes.
great.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, everyone looked phenomenal.
You know what didn't work for the Patriots? They a few things didn't work.
Yeah. How much time do we have?
About 40 more minutes. The Patriots during their practice for this week it was like this big thing. Mike Vrabel was like practice and then put them in the locker room and blasted Bad Bunny music for 14 minutes to like make sure they like.
So what was the point of that?
I don't know. I'm like, because you guys have never had a halftime. Like halftime is halftime. Yeah. Like no matter if you're playing in the Super Bowl or not.
Is that like so they wouldn't have any like jitters? Like, oh, Bad Bunny's out there.
I'm like, we weren't blasting Tucker Wetmore for the NFC championship in the locker room. Anyways, my God. Super Bowl 60, Seahawks in their 50th season won the Super Bowl.
Insane. Can't write a better story than that.
No, you can't. First team in NFL history to win a Super Bowl while committing 0 turnovers in all of the postseason.
Which obviously, that's a very impressive stat. But the reason why it is just so impressive is because the narrative around Sam Darnold all season.
100%.
He led the NFL turnovers, and it was just the whole bit around him was that turnovers. He sees ghosts. Play lights out in the postseason was kind of just like a big old middle finger to all of that.
Oh, it feels so good. The Seahawks attempted 91 passes and ran the ball 91 times in the postseason. So
very complete.
Yeah, and 0 turnovers. The Seattle Seahawks are the first team since 1966 to have the number 1 scoring defense and a top 3 scoring offense.
Wow. That is, complete team.
You don't say. You do not say. The Seahawks trailed for 1 minute and 35 seconds the entire postseason.
That's fucking insane.
To fewest since 1991 when the Redskins did it.
When was that a minute? Beginning of the game?
No, it was NFC Championship.
It's got to be the Rams.
Against the Rams. It was when it was 3 points.
Because we know it wasn't with the Niners.
No, we know they didn't score enough points to even, get there. So, which is so crazy because if you think about the Seahawks only trailing for 1 minute and 35 seconds of the postseason and being a true Seahawks fan for our whole life, that's the least stress. I mean, that's the most stress-free football we've ever experienced.
It's going against our bread and butter.
No. Dude, I knew you would appreciate. Did you hear the sound bit of Cooper Kupp from the game where JSN?
Because remember, I said it too.
I know, and JSN even did it later. The game was really nearing towards the end. I think there was only 3 minutes left, and JSN goes and starts hugging Cooper Kupp, and he's like, "Man, I gotta see 3 zeros on the clock. I gotta see 3 zeros on the clock." And JSN's like, "You right, bro. You right."
Yeah,
which I thought was cute because JSN is like.
No, he's just so excited.
And Cooper Kupp's won a Super Bowl, so then JSN's like, "Yeah, you're right."
You're right. Yeah. Good point. I think the game we had 5 minutes left, but it was very obvious that we had won. And Haley was like, "Dude, this is where I go. I need all zeros on the clock. Yeah. I need." And she was like, "You're right. You're right." But then she looked at me like, "Dude,
I was like,
We're
dude,
winning.
but like, come on. But the way it was funny because of Cooper Kupp doing it was the sense that Cooper Kupp grew up in Washington.
Yeah,
and
like, he gets
especially
it.
leading into the Super Bowl, he talked about how like this is becoming even more special than he could have imagined because
Yeah.
him and his family would sit and watch Seahawks games, and now essentially like other families are sitting and watching this of him.
Yeah.
But him being like a scarred, superstitious
Yep.
Seahawks fan just feels so relatable.
100%.
We get it, Coop.
He gets it.
Oh my God. The Seahawks are the first number 1 seed ever to face and beat 3 12-win teams on their way to the Super Bowl victory.
Yeah, I love that because for some reason I was hearing people say that we had an easy schedule.
Oh, no, you know who did?
Yeah.
You know who did?
It was clear that was, that showed.
Yep, we talked about it. Patriots did have an easy schedule. They also barely beat the Broncos in the AFC Championship.
Without Bo Nix.
Without Bo Nix. Granted, it was a snow game, whatever, but we said it before as true Seahawks fans, you never feel comfortable, but beating the Rams, like that was the Super Bowl.
100%. That was, I mean, obviously the Seahawks were the best team in the league. The Rams were right behind them. They were obviously the best offense. And every single game that we played with them this year, especially the championship game before the Super Bowl, I think everyone can agree that was probably a lot more enjoyable to watch. Mm-hmm. If you're not a fan of the Patriots if you're not a fan of the Seahawks, like,
well, and just game. Matt Stafford being the MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to beat him twice, to be able to beat him when we did, to go to the Super Bowl, like that, granted, thank God the Seahawks were so locked in that we didn't let that moment, make us take our foot off the gas for the Super Bowl. But as fans, you're like, holy shit. I wasn't that scared of the Patriots. And now looking back, no reason to be because they're weak. Only 3 NFL teams have ever won more games than the Seahawks did this year. And only 2 of those finished with the Lombardi. Neither one beat more than one team with more than 11 regular season wins in their playoffs runs. And the Seahawks beat 3 of them.
Yeah, we really went through the gauntlet.
That's why this means so much.
Yeah, we collected all of our Infinity Stones from our ops, and we're just like, all right, Niners first, let's take that. And then the Rams, okay, let's take that. And now let's go to the Super Bowl. Oh, the Patriots, 1 yard line bullshit. No, fuck off. Give us that. And now we're sitting here like, whew. What a battle. What a fucking battle.
NFL scriptwriters, let us give you your applause.
Yeah.
Because that was I don't know why you let us collect all stones in 1 year, but I will take it.
Yeah, no.
Because also that Super Bowl being played at Levi Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Lumen South. And just still, like, post game seeing Seahawks are the Super Bowl champions in their field. Like, if I was them, I would want to bulldoze it and we need a whole new field.
100%. I would absolutely be asking to build a new stadium again.
Celebrating
probably
in the locker
away
room?
From the substations.
Yeah. Golly. Even in the locker room post game where they're all celebrating and getting real toasty. JSN was toasty. We love that for him. And I saw a clip today where he goes like, in the Levi locker room. And I was like, yep. JSN, you are all of us and we are you.
I mean, let's be real. If roles were reversed, I mean, all weekend we kept saying, like, God, I would be
seeing
so
the
unhappy.
Sam Darnold banner in person. Also, seeing that. Where's this pilot, by the way? We got to find this pilot.
Oh, yeah.
All week in Santa Clara over that stadium and over the Golden Gate Bridge and the whole thing was a 12th flag flying. This little plane was flying this 12th flag. Where's that pilot? Because he was up there for.
Yeah.
He must have only came down to sleep, eat, and fill up the tank.
The fuel. No, actually, though, because it was all day Saturday, all day Sunday. It was phenomenal. And we kept saying, like, if I'm Niners fan, like the amount of Niners fans we saw about,
yes.
I'm like, I'm inside.
No,
I actually
hiding.
Booked a trip somewhere else and I rented out my apartment for actually a shit ton of money.
And I'm upcharged it.
I'm making my ops play a buttload of money to be in my house because I'm out of here.
100%. I was fascinated with how many 49ers fans were still like
and
walking around in their jerseys. Yeah.
Even went to the
going
game.
to the game is diabolical.
We were like, They must not know. They must just thought it was like one last home game or
No,
something.
yeah, no, me and you were so delusional. We were like, they're so delusional. They think they're still playing.
Yeah, they were like, oh, wait, there's one more game at Levi's Stadium. God, these are really expensive, but fuck it. I love this team so much. Let's go.
Rent free.
Ooh-wee.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
The
phenomenal.
Seahawks had the best point differential by any Super Bowl champion in NFL history at plus 246.
Like, I go back and look at all those games that we were just blowing teams out of the water by halftime. And
No,
we were
I'm-
like, holy shit.
For being a Super Bowl run and actually winning the Super Bowl,
Now I'm looking back.
this was the most stress-free season I've ever experienced.
This was the best season ever. Let's be honest. Because, while no disrespect to, obviously, Legion Boom, who holds number one in our hearts forever and always. But, like, Russell Wilson, yes, we love him, and we will give him his flowers when he is no longer employed by another NFL team.
Oh,
But
yes.
until then,
Yes, which
no.
it's feeling very much as if he's
Seems
not
like-
going to be soon.
Yeah, it seems like it's closer than we think, maybe. But, like, those games with Russell Wilson, like, let's be real. We were pulling our hair out.
No.
The scrambling out of the pockets. But obviously, then he would have a beautiful bomb down the field, two toe tap by Lock. You know, just like,
Yeah.
just thinking of all those years with that stressful
Yeah.
kind of football all the time, which, yeah, that's what makes Seattle football, I guess. But then just looking back at this season, being like, we were blowing teams
No,
out.
right.
And
I
like,
think the most, obviously, the NFC Championship against the two Rams games were the most stressful.
Yeah.
But, like, other than that, I'm just, like, on our normal basis of winning or losing games that we, like, needed to win,
Yeah.
it was not.
no.
But, you know, the stats are proving that to be so.
But-
So,
I'm like, oh.
guess I didn't. Seattle's average margin of victory in its 3 playoff games was more than 18 points, which is the highest of any Super Bowl winner since the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 2002 season.
I think this was the most perfect season.
No, like, how about those other teams that, like, won? You know, I thought the Chiefs were a dynasty. Get out of my face.
Like, this was truly this is the best season in NFL history. Everybody get out of my face.
No teams in the NFL have more postseason wins in the last 25 years than the Seattle Seahawks at 17.
But yeah, here we go talking about the Niners and the Packers and the Patriots and the Chiefs and the Bills and the. But the Seahawks actually run the postseason.
But actually, what it shows even more is what you and I have talked about a few times, and we talked about it all weekend, is that it's just that point of us always being competitive, right?
yeah,
Which does sometimes bite teams in the ass because you do kind of want to like choke a
never
season or two
tank
to like get a draft pick.
Yeah.
But that's why we also rely on our front office and John Schneider to make these second, third, fourth round draft picks that hit. Because we are always competitive. We're not tanking to get the first round overall draft pick because we
No.
continue to win games.
yeah.
We're involved.
Yeah, we're always involved. We're always relevant. I think that's what's so fascinating about John Schneider in the front office is that like we haven't really had to like tank and rely on the first round picks. Like when we had that pick number 5, we were all like, when the hell was the last time we had a
know,
top
it's
10
like,
first round pick?
Don't
like,
usually pay attention at the draft all too much.
No, because it's like they draft no names and you're like, all right, let's see what
Right.
happens. And then they end up being like a
Right.
Tyler Lockett or Doug Baldwin or Bobby White. It's just like those things where it's like, okay, I'll trust you guys.
Yeah, and they've
then-
been absolutely hitting.
And I mean, look, the Jets picked Sam Darnold at 1. He just had to come to Minnesota.
They
and
just didn't know how to
Seattle
use them.
and figure it out. So what the fuck's the point of a first pick, anyways?
That's the point.
When we're just gonna get you in a couple years.
Dude, we're getting all your leftovers that aren't good enough for you because it's really your coaching and your organization, not the players.
That's just exactly what it goes to. Is like these teams that just like continuously go for like the number 1 pick. I'm like, no, you guys need to figure out your organization as a whole because the Jets, the Panthers, even the Niners did all passed on Sam Darnold. And look what he did. When he went to Minnesota, he had a quarterback that, well, believed in him for 14 games. And
A coach.
good
that believed in
coach.
him, you mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good coach. Good organization. He had weapons around him. Comes to Seattle. Great coach. Team that believes in him. Weapons. And look what he does. He wins a Super Bowl. Like,
Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl.
That is organizational. Sam Darnold won a fucking Super Bowl.
I'm sorry, but if you guys haven't seen so many of the locker room clips, you can obviously tell when the reporters are getting in there later and later, and the players are becoming more drunk. Because, like, these more drunk ones I've seen of JSN where the girl's, like, talking about Sam, like, and like, what do you think, like, everyone has to say to the haters that we're writing him off? And JSN literally is just popping in the camera going, ha ha.
The thing that I love about this guy is, like, he's not, like, a dick about, like, shit. No. He's literally just like, do, ha ha. Like,
no, he's literally.
Y'all hate me, but look at me. You cannot get on my skin.
It's so good. Not only do we have an amazing organization from inside, GM, owner, the whole thing, the 12s are just one of a fucking kind.
Dude, yeah.
And it's so amazing to see the players call them out in every interview that they do. The coaches call them out all year. It's really like a family. We are family. This is why we say, don't be learning about Seattle because we keep to ourselves.
Yep.
I don't want you to find out where we are on the map because we love each other and that's it. And the players do. The 12s, Mike McDonald, from his coaching perspective, said that the 12s outnumbered in the Super Bowl about 75 to 25%, like fan base. Obviously, it was on the West Coast. Obviously, the Patriots fans knew they were going to lose, so didn't really want to show up.
Yeah, most Patriots fans that we ran into, and I obviously have alluded or mentioned before that I have family friends that are over in Boston. Everyone with the level head on their shoulders were like, if anything, we're just hoping for a close game.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
They knew that, like.
So they weren't really spending the $7,000.
Plus airfare, hotel. Dude, I mean, that's a longer trip than what we had.
The noise that the Seahawks fans during the Super Bowl were really impacting the game. It forced the Patriots to use a silent cadence, which Mike McDonald was alluding to, while the Hawks were able to use a verbal one. So that played in a huge favor. Mike McDonald literally said it was like playing a home game because of that. So shout out to the 12s, and the parade is about to be insane.
This is amazing.
Most of you will probably be listening to this after the parade, so hope it is
or on your
amazing.
way to the parade. Oh,
yeah.
No, probably won't drop in that.
Yeah.
In time.
While we move into the offense, a little fun tidbit that we haven't really talked about this year, but the Seahawks and their USC connection is really interesting, which also funny being post Pete Carroll era.
Carroll, right?
Anyways, there was only 2 touchdowns scored by the Seahawks during the Super Bowl, and both were by USC Trojans. Darnold obviously played at USC, threw a 16-yard touchdown pass, and Nwosu had a 45-yard interception return after Witherspoon knocked the ball out. He ran it back.
When big boys run down the field.
Dude, it's my favorite. And that play was just so magical. Like Witherspoon to hit the ball perfectly, it just lands.
And it was like a, hey, thanks.
And it goes to our point that they're just everywhere.
Yes.
Like, it's not like he stripped that ball out and it just landed on the ground. Like, he caught that midair. Boom. It's like a pass.
Yes, exactly.
Sam Darnold and Nwosu both played together at USC and were named co-MVPs on the 2017 team. They won a Rose Bowl together, a Pac-12 title, and now a Super Bowl together. What a weird...
Yeah, see,
that's weird.
If the media covered more of Seattle...
Yeah, they would say things like that.
These stories would have been down your throat the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
Because we all know that the sports world, but specifically the NFL in general, love a good plot, love a good storyline, try to persuade you which way to go. I mean, these last 2 weeks covering the Super Bowl, could you imagine if the media had traction of these kinds of stories? Like, yes, this season was out of a movie.
The script writers.
Because
insane.
the fuck?
No,
how does
really.
it even happen?
Other notable USC players that are on the Seahawks right now is Leonard Williams and Brandon Pilley. But yeah, the 2 touchdowns being scored by 2 USC teammates that have won multiple titles together.
And were co-MVPs? Yeah.
Bro. What's going on here?
I don't know, dude.
Taking a look at the Seattle Seahawks offense in the Super Bowl, Sam Darnold.
Dude.
Ginger Cuz.
He did it.
He did it.
He did it.
He proved all of y'all wrong.
Yeah.
He proved us right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly. I mean, like, in reality, like, I remember when we let Gino go.
Mm-hmm.
And I think your dad maybe and somebody else were like kind of down for Sam Darnold. Like, 'cause
Yes.
remember there was like
Yes.
not many options available.
No, there wasn't. Remember, and it was him or somewhere else we were looking at. Me and you were kind of
Justin
like
Fields.
and we were like, I'm down for Sam.
Down for Sam Darnold. He just won 14 games in Minnesota.
Seems
what the
like
hell
a good
is wrong?
fit for our team. We know Seattle.
Yeah.
We know our org.
Yeah.
You want the guy. We don't get the guy that's flashy, buying Batmobiles.
Nope.
That's not the Seattle Seahawks.
So we called John Schneider.
Yes. we had a few drinks at Dino's.
We're like, hey, just hear us out.
No.
We have a crazy idea. No, but really, when he came to Seattle, we were kind of like, all right. Mm-hmm. You don't really know what to expect. You never know what the hell to expect.
Never.
But we were like, okay.
Yeah.
Let's rock with it. Let's roll with it. Let's see what happens. Obviously, we have been pleasantly.
Oh, my God.
I don't want to say surprised, but.
He wins his first Super Bowl. First quarterback in that 2018 draft to win a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. He now has more Super Bowl wins than the 4 teams that let him go in the last 32 years.
That includes the 49ers, guys.
He has the same amount of Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, and Brett Favre.
Okay. Put him in the Hall of Fame.
No, literally. I'm like, watch what he does next year, too. Now, I want to see what you say now.
You already know we win the Super Bowl, and they are still going to start off next season. I don't know. I just don't trust.
No, I don't even want to give this that much attention, but I do have to say, because we've had serious qualms lately with this, with First Take, and First Take is actually upsettingly becoming like a joke of a show.
Yeah, it's an
They are
entertainment
at
show.
Disneyland running First Take the day after the Super Bowl, and Ryan Clark and Cam Newton, who shouldn't even be up there. Ryan Clark, I expect better from you, but are having an actual conversation and ranked their quarterbacks, like who they would take, right? Ryan Clark named 9 quarterbacks he would still take over Sam Darnold, and Cam Newton took 5 over Sam Darnold. 4 or 5. Ryan Clark named 9 quarterbacks after the Super Bowl win that he would still take over Sam Darnold. Dan Orlovsky was literally speechless.
That's literally me right now.
No, he was sitting there like literally like you guys. Like I actually feel like they might make Dan Orlovsky like quit some of these shows.
Dude, the last
because it's like a
weeks,
bit of a joke. He goes, "You're not serious right now." And again, we don't want to give it that much, but I just think that is a perfect example of what is just so wrong in media. Like it is literally less than 24 hours from his win, and it can't just be like he did a great job and X, Y, and Z. Like Sam was the first one post game in multiple interviews to say that the offense did not have a great game.
Yeah.
But that's why the Seattle Seahawks win a Super Bowl, because they're a complete team. And the offense doesn't have to be elite every day.
And what's interesting too is because like the media, obviously it's all clickbait now. It's all whatever.
It's like rage bait.
Yes.
On purpose.
That is essentially what it is. And it's crazy because it's like you and I, like before we prepare for our podcast episodes, we do research and we take notes of like important things, like all these fun facts that it's like, I'm sure there's a lot of other people that would be interested to know, like, some of these things that even we learn that we tell. But it's like, nope, now we're on to the next thing. And it's like
100%.
And then it's just also straight BS. Where it's like,
let's celebrate the accomplishments more.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have him up there on your show, like, hours later while he's in Disneyland. I'm like, that's fake. Dan Orlovsky did call it the greatest quarterback redemption story the NFL has ever seen. That's what you and I have been saying all year, and we're going to stand on it. Sam Darnold made $4 million in incentives
Cha-ching!
Over the offseason, $500,000 each for having 4,000 yards, 67.5% completion rate, a top 10 offense, a playoff berth, a divisional round win, and a conference championship win, and a $1 million for the Super Bowl win. They do.
Can he share?
No, there is already talks about increase in his contract.
Yep.
But we'll see what that goes. But
coming off as he's underpaid.
Yeah, I mean, not to some though, apparently. But I couldn't be more happy for Sam Darnold, and I couldn't be more happy that he's my quarterback.
Same. I'm actually so proud, and like I said, I've talked to some Patriots fans, and even them. Obviously, they all hate the Jets. That's in the Patriots division. But everyone was just, they wanted to see Sam Darnold win.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, if you didn't want to see Sam Darnold win this, like, you're just a generational hater. And I'm a generational hater, and that's coming from me. But you're like
No, like, you just don't have a soul.
Yeah, like, you're a really bad generational hater because you want the underdog to win, and he really prided himself in believing in himself. And I think that's a great message to show, especially when all of his teammates believe in him, coaches, and
have his back.
Yeah, and I think it's just a display of keep going, especially these young quarterbacks that get drafted in the league. And, it might take a couple years to get where you fit in, but it can happen. It's possible. You're just going to have to keep at it. And
it's like the greatest display of resiliency.
Yes, exactly.
That we have seen.
Yeah.
With also just a great quarterback, like a great guy, a great person. Yeah. A great leader.
Yes, there's no sexual allegations against him. There's no domestic violence bullshit around him. Like, it's just a true, genuine human being where it's like, let's
celebrate
that. 100%. Let's talk more about that.
Kenneth Walker the third, K9, your Super Bowl MVP. Wow.
Dude, I'm still baffled that Kenneth Walker, obviously, Super Bowl MVP, well-deserved. What? First running back to win the MVP award in
30 years.
Like,
I know, which I'm like, now that I've realized that, I'm like, who has been winning it?
No, we were talking about this on our drive back, and I was puzzled for like 10 minutes.
I know. I'm like, wait,
wow.
I'm going back thinking like no one else did it.
Yeah.
Walker's 135 rushing yards were the most in a Super Bowl since 1998. And just another great player that you just want to see win. Just very cool, calm, collected guy. Obviously, a couple things to note. We lost Charbonnet against the 49ers. K9 was wearing Charbonnet's number on his wrist.
That's really fucking cute.
I just can't.
I love when grown men do cute shit.
I know. I'm like, what? This team is just, there's so many storylines. There's just so much love. Like, it's just, I'm going to cry. I'm going to start crying.
Yeah. That brotherly love out of Philly, give it to us. We are real
this brotherly is real love.
It just goes to show how close that team is. Yeah. I mean, and I think, too, especially as if you're a running back, you obviously want to be getting the touchdowns and all the touches and everything. But I think Kenneth Walker was so humble all season long, kind of doing a lot of the groundwork, and then Charbonnet obviously getting the touchdowns.
100%.
And, looking at a stat sheet, you'd be like, wow, Charbonnet, look at all these touchdowns. Kenneth Walker was doing a lot of the work on the ground, but to be so humble and just kind of stick with the game plan all season and not kind of be one of those players where it's like,
he needed the attention.
Yeah, just give me the ball. I want the ball and all that. I think was beautiful to see him just keep his head down and keep going. And then look, he MVP in the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl MVP.
It's incredible.
Couple cool stories for him as well. His dad was there to watch, who hasn't been on an NFL game just like for some personal reasons, doesn't like to be in crowds and things, but his family convinced him to go, and he got to watch his son become a Super Bowl MVP, first running back in a long time. So freaking cool. K9 also in 2018 was a senior in high school and basically had to be rushed to the hospital with blood clots in his lungs and was told he wasn't going to play football ever again. So just another amazing story. And I mean, like, how can you not love this team? I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
You don't know ball if you don't. I'm kidding.
Staying on the
don't
offense.
Have a heart.
No, literally. Staying on the offense. Let's talk about a little wide receiver we have.
Just a small little fry. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Jackson Smith Njigba.
Njigba.
Say it with us. Hell Jackson Smith Njigba.
Drewski.
It ain't that hard.
Drewski, did you hear us?
Yeah, Drewski, because I know JSN ain't going to say anything to you because he's too mature, but I will.
That was disrespectful as fuck.
Put some respect on his name. Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, so last week, the week leading up to the Super Bowl was like jam-packed with so much stuff. For those who didn't know, also the Pro Bowl games were going on.
I don't care about that. It didn't matter because we weren't in it.
I'm sorry, but also that game was held on a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, we're so cooked. Like, it's over.
Right.
It is over. But the NFL honors are also, I think they were Thursday maybe or Wednesday. And JSN won
Yeah.
Offensive Player of the Year, rightfully so. However, Drewski was the one to announce it and try to make a joke out of his name, and let's just say
Just
it did
didn't
not hit.
Nope.
Yeah. So
Second ever Seahawk to win the award to Sean Alexander in 2005.
yeah.
So shout out to him, well deserved, and thank God because we were about to spiral if he didn't get that award.
Yeah, because obviously Mike McDonald did not win Coach of the Year. Mike Vrabel did, ironically.
Which is so crazy when we made Mike Vrabel look stupid
and
in the
honestly,
Super Bowl.
like, for an award such as Coach of the Year, and I'm not downplaying what Mike Vrabel did because I still think that he is a great coach. But in all honesty, for that specific award, I do think that factoring in strength of schedule plays a part in
Yes.
that. Because you're telling me, Mike McDonald, we just went through the gauntlet of the NFC West, came out on top, and had an insane season. Offense, defense, special teams, all phases of the ball, but gave it to Mike Vrabel because why?
Because why? Well,
We
it's
had
actually
two down years and are back again. Like that.
right. So the award is now proving that you have to be somewhat of a shitty coach and then become a good one, and then you can win the award.
Yeah, or
so
a shitty team. So
Mike
like,
McDonald's just not favorited because he just like it was only his second year.
Yeah.
But yeah, really unfortunate. I just think it's a tough look for the NFL as a whole when things like that, like the voting comes out for that, and then
Yeah.
what happened in the Super Bowl was simply that
Yeah.
Mike McDonald outcoached him.
Yes.
I mean, the reason why the defense, we've heard it from many players, and we'll get into the defense here soon, but talk about their game plan going into that. And simply, Mike McDonald, being the football guru he is, he found pieces of what of what the Patriots were doing and exploited it.
Yep.
And when you're
Beautifully.
when you're watching that game, you could tell that Mike McDonald was 4 steps ahead of y'all.
Yep.
And that's the coach of the year.
Yep. Exactly. And
He beat Sean McVay twice.
yes.
Kyle Shanahan twice.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, which is kind of like one of those things where I think the NFL honors right now and kind of lumped him with the Hall of Fame is kind of under scrutiny right now for all the right reasons.
Right. Because let's not even... Mike McDonald wasn't even second.
No.
He was third.
Liam Cohen was second.
Oh, boy.
And
Another...
Nick Monori was also snubbed while I'm at it.
Dude,
For
so many
Defensive
snubs.
Rookie of the Year.
Literally. For a guy that's not even in the playoffs, get real. Cooper Kupp. Coop. Wow. Second Super Bowl
Yeah.
with his hometown team.
Yeah. First player in NFL history to lead 2 different franchises in receiving yards in a Super Bowl win. When he was with the Rams, he had 92 yards. Only 61 yards in the Seahawks win, but
That's all we needed.
that's all we needed.
Yeah, JSN did go out for a portion of the Super Bowl with an injury, came back in, but just so cool. What a story for Cooper Kupp to be kind of shoved out the door by the Rams, said that he should retire. He was like, past his prime essentially, and goes and wins a Super Bowl the next year with your division rival.
I mean, this whole fucking team
For his
is
hometown
just like
team.
revenge on everyone that said shit, everyone that did the wrong. It was literally like the most, just one big middle finger, but all kind of like silently.
No, we're silent assassins.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people weren't talking about Cooper Kupp's exit from the Rams
Nope.
to Seattle being kind of
Well, they didn't want to
muddy.
make the Rams look bad.
Well, of course not. No, not my little Hollywood babies.
Yeah.
But in just all the stories of all the players, it was just like,
Seeing Cooper Kupp too post a lot more as the Super Bowl has ended and just being so grateful for the experience. He even showed a direct message, a DM he got from Jaron Reed on the Seahawks. And when he was released from the Rams, Jaron Reed messaged him and said, like, bro, we would love to have you in Seattle. We're building something really special here. And Cooper Kupp screenshotted that the other day and was like, look at me now. So it's just really cool. And I think it's really starting to settle in. He was like really in tears, emotional when that win happened. And it was like, I think just, being shoved out by a team that he thought he was going to retire with and like having to deal with that. And then it just coming full circle is
Exactly.
like freaking amazing. Final shout out to a rookie offensive player, Greg Zabel.
dude, Greg Zabel was a boss all year his rookie year.
Yes. And he wins the Super Bowl his rookie year.
Like, how fucking fun is that?
Amazing. 101 pro snaps in his first postseason, only 4 pressures, allowed 1 QB hit, and 0 sacks.
That is the O-line man of our dreams.
Literally, we love an O-line.
Copy and paste that about 5 more times on our line?
No, seriously. Looking at the dark side.
The dark side, dude.
Holy moly.
First team in 52 years to shut out their Super Bowl opponent for the first 3 quarters. Honestly, that's the only thing I'm upset about out of the Super Bowl is that we didn't just shut him out completely.
Leonard Williams quite literally said that today at the VMAC on Monday, cleaning out his locker room. He was like, yeah, we were just upset that we didn't have a shutout.
Because, like, that garbage time bull crap at the end of the game.
That's how you know they're sick in the head. They're like, we just won the Super Bowl, but they shouldn't have scored a single point.
And who also said, too, they were like, just sad that, like, it's all over. We want to keep playing.
Yes, they want to play more games. I'm like, bring them all back right now, same team.
Yeah, Richard Sherman was like, you guys just won the Super Bowl. You guys are psycho.
Yeah, you, like, all the other players are, like, already on their 4th massage, and the Seahawks are like, who's next?
We're all limping around and shit. Everyone's like, dude, season's over. They're like, come on, feed us. Who's next?
Who's next?
Packers, come on. Let's do a rematch.
I'll play every team.
That'd be fun. I mean, hey, go do some scrimmages. I'll sit there and watch.
Damn. May was sacked 6 times, which was 1 shy of a Super Bowl record.
Yeah, that boy was eating turf. It's funny. I think I would like to say that Drake May was the one seeing ghosts.
Damn.
Life comes at you fast, huh?
Drake May was just seeing, like, he didn't know what he was seeing. Like, there was 0 point, if I was a Patriots fan, I was looking at him and was confident in what he was going to be able to do.
No.
He looked scared. The game was too physical, too fast for him.
Yeah.
And obviously that's a credit to the O-line, too, not being able to protect him, and our D-line our D-line is just more physical than them.
Way more physical.
I think as a whole, the NFC is just more physical than the AFC.
That was like a JV team playing against an NFL team.
One of our defensive linemen had a sack, which was his first of the year.
Oh, Mills?
Yes.
Yeah.
Against your
Will Campbell.
Your pro offensive line.
Yeah, dude, I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Dude, our backups are outpowering you.
Yeah, Drake may look like he got off the bus at the wrong stop and it was like, wait, fuck, I don't even have my shoes on yet. Can you guys stop? Hold on. Like, the kid gets his glasses knocked off and the books are everywhere and he's searching, trying to find them. Like, he was eating turf the whole time.
No, so bad. It was so bad. Seattle became just the 5th team to force at least 3 turnovers and at least
8 punts.
8 punts in a Super Bowl, and the first since the Baltimore Ravens 25 years ago. It was a defensive domination.
How many times were there 3 and outs where I'm like, dude, another one?
Dude, 3. They couldn't get a first down.
They could not get down the field at all.
They couldn't see a first down. They couldn't dream of a first down.
Dude, Stephon Diggs had like 1 catch and like, I don't know, 5 fucking yards or something like that for 3 quarters. Like,
dude, also his catch at the end of the game where the game was over.
And he spins the ball.
And he spun the ball.
That was so Stephon Diggs. Like, no other player would do that by him.
No other player, too, would lose and get broken up with by the time the game ended.
I think before.
Dude, no, she left early.
Yeah, and then did you see, like, somebody ask Cardi B, like, before the game, like, any message to Stephon Diggs? And she goes, good luck. I was like, oh, it's over.
My favorite also plot of that whole story was Offset decked out in Seahawks gear.
Dude,
Seahawks hat and jersey, and then posting I won. I'm like, we're not even involved in your story because, again, we don't have that kind of drama on our...
No, rich people are so funny.
No, you will not see that kind of shenanigans going on in the team. Like, Mike McDonald would not be having that.
I'm sorry, no.
Oh my God.
There's just no
way. So good. It's so good. Defense had more sacks, 9, and takeaways, 40, in 2 games at Levi's Stadium this season than the 49ers did in their 8 home games this whole season.
And for those saying, oh my God, rent free, like, no, we just played the Super Bowl in your stadium. Like, these are facts.
These are fun facts. These are fun facts that the media should be reporting on, and I think we should.
And that is why it's called Lumen South. because we play better there than you guys do.
Dude, it's not my fault.
No, it's not my fault.
Kenneth Walker also had more runs of 20-plus yards than the whole San Francisco team in that stadium this year.
Yeah, I don't get that because they quite literally have Christian McCaffrey.
Yes, and Christian McCaffrey was also second, I think, for Offensive Player of the Year behind JSN.
Yeah, and got Comeback Player of the Year for like the 800th time.
Dude, apparently if you just keep tearing your shit
Yeah.
and then you come back the next year, you get Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah. Well, good thing for the NFL, about 50 people did that this season.
No,
so
literally.
the pool for Comeback Player of the Year next year is massive. It's going to be big, unfortunately.
Oh my God, just more than all of your team? It was a total domination of a game. Witherspoon had an insane game.
Oh, God. He was great.
The blitzing that resulted in fumbles and takeaways. It just, and he alluded to it after the game too, that Mike McDonald is just so locked in. He said, that's our coach right there. That's why we'll always stand beside him and always have his back.
That's adorable.
And you can see the photos during mid-game when Mike McDonald is holding up his sheet and the defensive players are right behind him looking at the sheet. Like, they are in it.
Yes. I don't know what that guy does to speak to these players.
I don't know.
But the way that he is able to keep everybody so disciplined, so locked in, so unified, like as just a one whole unit, like we saw throughout the game, it's like they're everywhere. If one player is making a tackle or, you know, trying to strip a sack, it's like there's another 1, 2, or 3 defensive players right there.
Totally.
To pick the ball up and run it back and just to complete the play. Right. Like, it's just I don't know what Mike McDonald has said to these guys, but it is obviously very evident in the way that they play. I also would love to know what the hell he says at halftime, because there's been a number of games where they come out at halftime just absolutely ready to murder.
Right. I mean, it's just, again, watching that defense was a historic performance.
Yeah.
And they were just 4 steps ahead of the Patriots.
Yeah.
Julian Love was mic'd up, which came out today, and he missed an interception early on in the game and came to the sidelines and was like, oh, no, I'm going to get mine.
Yeah.
And he was saying, he was looking at Drake May and basically saying that he does a little pause hitch when he's about to throw the ball up. And he even compared it to, that's not what Stafford, he goes, it's not like Stafford hides that, like alluding to how great Stafford is to defend.
Right.
And so Julian Love was like talking about that, and then literally come to it, gets an
Studying
interception.
the opponent during the game.
Yeah. And then what do you know? He gets an interception.
Yeah.
Insane. So shout out to Julian Love. Also with Julian Love and Leonard Williams was a huge storyline this year. They have spent many years together in New York with the Giants, losing seasons, and came to Seattle and frickin' won a Super Bowl together. And it's just insane. Leonard Williams said today while cleaning out his locker that getting traded to the city changed my life. And he was talking about his relationship with the general manager, John Schneider. And
this is what gets me.
And he said, quote, I've never been around a general manager that I feel so comfortable with. I see Schneider as a lifelong friend. I have never had a connection like that with a guy who works upstairs. And I think that's what makes the Seahawks so different.
Right.
And we've talked about this many times, even with old players still coming back.
Yeah.
These connections that they keep after Schneider makes these decisions to let people go or whatever the case might be. And
exactly.
It's just been amazing to watch.
Yep. I mean, obviously, it's a Demarcus Lawrence story. Like,
bro, if you were a Cowboys fan, you are sick.
The ultimate, like, I told y'all.
The ultimate bar.
Like, before season, for those who forgot, Demarcus Lawrence literally, he was being interviewed by somebody with the Seahawks, and he had said, well, I just know that I'm not going to win a Super Bowl in Dallas. And quite literally comes to Seattle and does just that.
The next year.
Yeah. And, I mean, yeah.
There's nothing else to really say. Watching him dance in the locker room afterwards is so fulfilling.
Yeah.
Someone did ask him about that, about what do you want to say to your fans back in Dallas? Because again, being from there, living there, the whole thing, he did just really want to keep it about the Seahawks and no disrespect and, not really wanting to talk about it. he just was talking about how different the atmosphere is in the organization and the coaches. And he said, logos don't win championships, players do.
I'm sorry, but the mic drops and the fucking bars that are coming out of this team,
Bro.
we become the most quotable team ever.
Bro.
And that's usually not really
Bro.
our thing.
Bro.
Derek Hall was also amazing. Another great story. He had a less of 1% chance to live. He was born without a heartbeat.
Doctors encouraged his mom to basically
Yeah.
pull the plug.
Yeah.
And she was like, I can't do it. And
Yeah.
now a Super Bowl champion.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like, what else could our team be about? You know, it's just amazing. I can't get over it. Special teams, y'all. Invest in your special teams or don't.
Yeah, actually,
and we'll
don't
just continue schooling you.
let us do it. 9.325 million in salary, which is the most than any other team in the NFL.
That's how much we spend on our special teams, leading the NFL, and it shows.
Yeah. I mean, like we said, this is the most complete team. The Rams had great offense, great defense, but their special teams is why they
and everyone
were not
would
in the
be
Super
like,
Bowl.
they're so good, but they just don't have a special teams. I'm like,
Well, then they're not great. They're good.
Then you should get one.
And we're great. And we're the greatest in the world.
Right. When you invest in your no, we are. When you invest in your special teams, you see what happens in that game. I mean, our kicker scored over half the points. And our punter down to punt within the 5-yard game, which was why the Patriots could not flip the field. Michael Dixon, our punter, also first Australian-born Super Bowl champion, I believe. So cute. He had 7 punts, 335 punt yards. 3 punts were dropped within the 6-yard line.
That is a masterclass.
What?
Because knowing damn well. So I actually was hearing a conversation asking why Mike McDonald did not go for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was a couple times where analytics said to go for it. But Mike McDonald, this is how much of a genius this guy is that he knows that the Patriots are not getting down the field. No. They cannot move the ball.
100%.
Why are you going to go for it, potentially not even get it, and finally give them position on the field when you have the best punter in the league?
Literally.
To punt that ball and put them right back down there at the 10.
Yep.
Maybe even better, and try and force them to try and move the ball again.
Right. We talked about this when we were watching the game. I'm like, flip the field.
Yeah.
Flip the field. Because our offense wasn't having a great day, but Michael Dixon was fantastic.
Yeah.
He was also the holder on the 5 made field goals.
Most
so he's
in the Super Bowl.
He makes $4.5 million. 4.05 million, which is the highest average paid punter in football, and only player in tonight's game, only player in the Super Bowl, who is currently the top paid at his respective position. Which is fascinating.
That is fascinating because typically if you're looking at a Super Bowl team, it's usually the quarterback that's making a buttload amount of money.
Right. Or like
but a linebacker that's the highest paid in the league at their position. But the punter, that's different.
And he owned you.
He absolutely did.
Jason Myers, y'all. Your kicker. Some thought might change the game and be the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, which, I mean, he could have, but he wouldn't have been able to make those field goals if it weren't for Kenneth Walker getting down the field. So it was the right decision. But 17 points were from Jason Myers. Like we just said, he had 5 field goals, which is the most in a Super Bowl. And he became the only player in history to score 200-plus points in a season, finishing with 206. 206 for the 206 Seattle.
What a silent history-made season. Most points in a season, and no one was even talking about that.
Quietest, best season by a kicker ever.
No, it literally is like no mention, and then boom, score 17 points in the Super Bowl. Oh, yeah, and most in a season. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to our masterclass.
Welcome to
Seattle. You know what I also love watching in special teams is we play like some of our stars in special teams because there was multiple downs that Rashid Shaheed was the first one to touch within the 10. Having that guy
Yes.
be on special teams and being willing to contribute
Yeah.
is a game changer.
And I think also his speed is such a like benefit
Yes.
for that, you know.
Yes.
As a whole, it's just like he can be one of the first ones to get to the ball. But yeah, also like we've had a couple people being like, we want more Rashid Shaheed in the passing game or on the offense, and it's like, yeah, that'd be great, but like I don't think we're giving enough attention to what he's doing
Totally.
on special teams outside of also just being the punt returner because
Totally.
he is a huge part of that special teams.
Mike McDonald, coach of the year.
Dude.
Oh my God. Our coach of the year.
What
As
a
we have to say, just
genuine,
congratulations. Super Bowl. Yes, just so happy. So just thankful.
He
I
said,
couldn't be happier to have him
no,
as our coach.
I literally am like, I am obsessed with
No,
you.
I love
I
him.
love you, your wife, your little kid Jack, everything about you
everything.
guys. Adorable, and you can tell that he is, I think, starting to finally really be like,
Oh,
I'm the guy at the helm of this. Like, you know, he's been in denial this whole time.
I'm gonna cry at the presentation.
Oh yeah. If anyone has seen the videos of him like afterwards, like when they were winning, all the confetti was falling and he was like looking up at the sky. He was on Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Kimmel asked like, hey, you have like a come to life moment or something? Like what were you looking at, bud? And he was like, you know, I'm gonna be honest. We're kind of just waiting for the play to be over, and then it was kind of like somebody came up and was like, you just won the Super Bowl, and he was like, what the like, just in disbelief. And then the confetti's flying and he's seeing the fireworks and he sees all these cameras and he's like hates cameras and he's so awkward, so he's like, I'm just gonna keep looking up. He is just, I mean, he said on Seattle Sports Radio that he just learned how to bookmark save reels on Instagram. Didn't know, he was just liking them and then going back to all of his likes, and it would take forever to find ones that he wanted to see. So he learned how to bookmark them, and he has made a folder called Super Bowl, and he's been saving all the ones that he wants to go back and watch.
No. Protect this man at all costs.
It's such a dad move.
No, he's such a dad. But he's like one of the youngest. Oh my God.
Third youngest, yeah.
17 wins for Mike McDonald, most in a season by a head coach under 40. First appearance in the Super Bowl, first win, first head coach to call defensive plays for a Super Bowl winning team.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy Kimmel was asking him, like, does that mean you get extra salary?
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, we might have to call Schneider and Jody and, like, talk about that.
Yeah, because you got, like, the two positions. Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's so amazing. Anyways, just the players backing him up. You know, Ari and I have talked a lot this year about him just 12 years ago being an intern.
12.
Yeah, 12.
It's also been 12 years since the last Super Bowl. I don't know, dude. Everything about the season is just starting to trip me out.
It is crazy.
We should have the writing was on the wall crazy. This whole time.
You know, and it's hard to describe the vibe that he's created in the locker room.
Yeah.
It was nice. Cooper Kupp alluded to it a lot. That, you know, he didn't make OTAs easy. He's this different-minded head coach that the NFL, I think, needs to go towards more, because those are the coaches that are being more successful of really demanding more from your players.
Yeah.
In that sense, and not just being this cool player coach for these millionaires and just, you know, vibing out. Cooper Kupp talked a lot about how Mike McDonald would make them every couple weeks. They took a meeting or an hour of their meeting time and they got in small groups, and the groups would switch up, and it would really just allow them time to speak about whether it was football or not football, but just get to know each other.
Like what's going on in their lives.
Yeah, and he said that's never been something that he's experienced. And Cooper Kupp said, quote, Mike put a priority on that, on us being able to know our teammates and not just know their names or where they played football at, but know their families, know what they've gone through, and where they really come from.
Gorgeous.
Right. I can't, like, 10 out of 10, no notes, but just doing these little things is what is bringing this team together and why they're playing like that. I mean, you got Ernest Jones fighting Puka Nacua in the comments.
One of his ex-teammates as well.
Dude. Puka Nacua was laughing at Sam Darnold during the game, obviously had too much to drink and just being
goofy
a dickhead.
As hell.
And Ernest Jones was like, aren't you at home? They asked Ernest Jones about it today, and he was like, don't come for my teammates.
Yeah. Don't come for my teammates, which I just think is ironic because Puka was his teammate at one point. But I mean, and Ernest Jones was like, I'm a hell of a teammate. Like it's important to me to stand up for the guys around me. And I think that also goes to show how Mike McDonald has built this culture in Seattle. And I think it also is just insane that he's been able to do this in just 2 years.
Seriously.
We obviously know how losing Pete was a big moment. It was hard. And remember when all of that came out about Mike McDonald coming in and they took down all of the LOB things, and he was, and it's
now mob.
Yes, and it's going to show that he wanted these guys to come up with their own identity and to believe in themselves and work as a team as a whole. And it's obviously shown.
Yeah.
Like by the way they play, by the way that they speak up about each other after games. I mean, all of them are just like, the offense doesn't do great. The defense is like, it doesn't fucking matter. We're here. If the defense, miss some plays, it's like the offense is there. It's just the way that they all work together. This season is literally like picture perfect how to have a Super Bowl winning team.
Literally. For a second-year head coach. Dude.
And
I would follow him to the end of the earth.
No, same.
He compared the Super Bowl celebration with the Seahawks organization, players and teams and everything to a wedding.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I'm just like, we're fam. Like, we're all family. Yeah. I feel as though everyone in Seattle and all Seahawks fans are family.
100%. It feels like everyone is just bought into the same thing, and it's been really special to be a part of all season.
Yeah.
And I mean, speaking of the city,
dude,
even the neighbors,
family.
The Seattle Mariners are bought in as well. I mean, this is a glorious time to be a Seattle sports fan. I really just...
This is insane. It generally is. So players that attended the Super Bowl from the Mariners were Cal Raleigh, Josh Naylor, George Kirby, Brian Wu. Julio was there as well. But genuinely, we've seen that happen. We saw the Seahawks doing this with the Mariners. We see the Mariners, everyone just consistently going to different games and really supporting each other, which is why Ari and I have said the city is so unique in our sports teams. But genuinely, you're talking about a group of professional baseball players that are paid to play for a city, in this instance, Seattle, and do not actually have to become immersed.
They don't have to
within
do
this other team and become these like ambassadors for these other teams. That's not in their contract.
It's not expected, No.
And to watch them do this and talk about it at FanFest, to show up at the game, to post about it. Josh Naylor and George Kirby are outside the Super Bowl just getting hot dogs on the street.
Dude,
they're one of us.
I know. It's like it's just especially too obviously with Naylor just signing that contract.
Yes.
With the Mariners and seeing how much the city loves him, you can tell that he is also excited to be here repping Seattle. I mean, he's been to Storm games. He's been to hockey games. I mean, the list goes on, and it's just cool to watch these guys just like genuinely fall in love with the city and like root for the other teams because it can be easy to forget that like, okay, half of these players are not from Seattle.
No,
you know what I mean?
And I think that's
especially
why,
with an NFL team. Like, they don't have to be Mariners fans, but to see, like, the odds of them even being either of the fans of either teams, it's like to see them, like, actually just genuinely, like, spend the money and go down. Like, nobody hosted them. Like, the Seahawks didn't host them.
No.
Spent their own damn money to go down there, root on their team, or root for their team, and just, like, have fun. And it's cool for fans to see that and be like, okay. Now, also, did you guys see that just win the Super Bowl? We're just going to keep feeding off each other until one of us gets tired, okay?
This could be the most historic year for Seattle sports fans. 2026 could go down in history if this could go on to the Mariners season. We could witness something that's only been done once.
Yeah.
The last time a city has had its NFL team win a Super Bowl and its MLB team win a World Series later that year was the Patriots and the Red Sox in 2004. And when that happened, the Red Sox were coming off of a Game 7 loss in the ALCS the year before.
Sound fucking familiar?
Oh my God, you cannot.
Like,
You
the
cannot.
Mariners literally lost Game 7 of the ALCS.
No.
The Seahawks just won the Super Bowl. Now, ironically, against the Patriots. And now we're heading into baseball season, and the Mariners could do what the Patriots and the Red Sox did in 2004.
Do you remember when you and I asked this question that went viral of would we take a Super Bowl or World Series? We said a World Series, but we also clarified that we said both.
We would take both.
And we said the city would quite literally blow up. And it would blow up.
Yeah. I mean, we got pretty damn close.
Oh my God. To add to what could be historic is there was also an announcement the day after the Super Bowl win that the NBA will officially be voting on 2 expansion teams this summer.
Yeah.
And Seattle and Vegas, as previously thought, are leading the votes. If
I swear to God.
we won a Super Bowl. First of all, if you win a Super Bowl in the year and get the Sonics back, that's already insane.
Yeah.
If you add a fucking World Series, mind you, the first World Series ever.
I'm going to throw up.
No, I'm already getting sick.
Like, I have goosebumps.
Kraken are also up for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So this
Wild
could
card,
be just like an insane run, but
we don't want to ask for too much now.
no, I can't.
It's funny because when we did post that reel and like we'd have comments of like, neither, give us the Sonics back. I'm like, everybody, hold up.
We want it all.
Let's just do it all.
Yeah, I know. We don't need to pick.
Let's just do it all. Fuck it.
Oh my God. Yeah, we'll spend
wanna
more time as the off season goes on to talking about what the Seahawks have to look forward to as far as replacing their OC, players that are available.
Is off to Vegas. So
yeah, officially.
we'll
we're literally there. I guess not going to come to the parade. I'm like, it's weird to me, but whatever.
But so we'll dive more into that over the next couple of weeks as rumor has it as we're hiring within for our OC. So
Which is so Mike McDonald.
Very. So we will obviously cover that when that is the news. But the news right now is there's a parade in my city.
I got the Gatorade color correct.
You did? Yeah, Haley did. She said yellow.
I said yellow, and it was. And I love that Mike McDonald just let it happen, baby.
Yep. Yeah.
Your Seattle Seahawks are fucking Super Bowl champions, baby.
I can't fucking believe it. We did it. We
did it, Ari.
Did it. I love this city. I love this team. I'm so proud of all of those guys. And now all I can say is we won a Mariners season. Let's fucking do it again.
And let's run it back next year.
Do it again. Let's run it back.
Shaking up the game. We freaking love you guys.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, this is because of us.
Listen, we don't want to take all the credit, but we do want to take just a little bit of the manifestation.
Oh my God. No, we did it.
Yeah. No, we did it.
We're Super Bowl champions.
We don't sound crazy. We know ball, bitches. We know ball.
Guess who knows ball?
We said Super Bowl champions. What was that? October what?
22nd.
Yeah, we know ball. Fuck it.
For anyone thinks that we don't know ball, all of you people in our comments, guess who's right, bitch? Sorry.
Yeah.
Mind my French.
Let's run it back.
We did it.
2027.
We love y'all.
Super
we love
Bowl
you,
champions.
Seattle. Super Bowl champions 2027, baby.
We're on it. Let's start now.
Oh my God.
All right,
See you
love
guys at the
y'all.
parade. Love y'all. XOXO.
Shakers.
See. Hawks.